Alrighty, so we're going to walk through the Athena platform today. I'll start by launching our application. And I'm going to start by showing us one of our newest components, which we're launching right now. This is our dashboarding feature. So once we've loaded our data into Athena, potentially loaded some models, we've been working with the system for a few days, maybe a few weeks, we might want to create a dashboard. We can see one dashboard which was created here. If the dashboard wasn't created, we can actually go through this workflow of creating one fresh. Here's a general query. And then under the hood, what we're doing is we're A, looking at the data sets, B, looking at historical queries that have been run, and then C, trying to understand what best this user wants to see in their dashboard. And we can see a quick dashboard that's presented here, like the one we just started with. So this will be released pretty soon. Let's jump into some of the features which are currently available, starting with Athena's chat. So chat is the entry point we have for a majority of our modules. Modules being here on the left-hand side, everything from exploring data sets, running causal driver analysis on top of models, running an impact analysis model, querying data sets, and then connecting new systems. Let's start by a new data connection. With most of our customers, we're connecting to one of the major data warehouses, and in many cases, we're actually able to connect to upstream source systems if the data warehouse isn't previously set up. Once we've connected to these source systems, all of our data is going to be landing within Athena in the form of data sets and tables. Upon having access to these, or any additional models, those will be accessible in the right-hand panel, and we can let those be leveraged by Athena by clicking on the right-hand panel. We can also see what tools Athena has access to, including all of our analysis tools, online web search, and email. Under the hood, we're using various GPT models. We can also connect to open source models as well as on-premises models. I'm going to start by asking a few questions I've preloaded, and we can see Athena at work. So this first question is we're asking for some top-line stats about our customers data set, which is available. We can see immediately the amount of customers we have, some various information, and we can explore that query and see how it came up with those answers. Let's ask another question. So now that we know some top-line statistics, I want to dive in and understand what our churn rate is, knowing here that that's one of the statistics we can actually query for. We can see the results, and again, explore that query. It might be more helpful for us to see what online averages are, and we can ask that as well. Majority of the questions we're asking are either SQL queries or directly queryable online. What happens if we ask something a little bit more nuanced? In this example, we're actually leveraging a model, a customer churn model, which is uploaded into Athena, and we're accessing one of our various tools to load that model. We can pivot directly into the model and see a summary report as well as a quantitative report. In this example, customer churn looks like is primarily driven from the tenure of the customer, the internet service, monthly charges, payment method, and the contract type. Let's dig in a bit more here and identify what about the monthly charges is impacting churn, and we can segment that by our contract type. The features and variables we're selecting here are customer and dataset specific, and they're not specific to the Athena platform. And we'll show here in a second how you can actually train and set up one of these models. Again, we can see our quantitative report, and then we can pivot in and get more details. Here we notice as we increase the cost of the platform, monthly charges, segmented by various contract types, how the impact on churn exists. And it looks like there's a jump around $100. And in the explainability module, we can see a quantitative result, and we can directly query this by asking more specifically, why does there exist a jump at $100 for 1 and 2 year contract types? Again, using an LLM under the hood, we're able to query this quantitative result and get some best guesses for what could be likely driving this and some next steps. Great. I'm going to jump back into my chat module and summarize the thread that we have so far and actually send it over email directly to myself. We're going to see the entire module is sent over email, so we can come back later. Last but not least, I'm going to show how we actually train one of these models in our furnace. So we can imagine a brand new data set is uploaded to Athena. An analyst or data scientist is directly able to identify what are the cause and effect relationships within this data set or their business process. And upon defining this, the final model, which we can see here, is then trained and then immediately leverageable within the Athena Copilot. This is just a short, brief introduction to a few of the features within the Athena platform. Thanks for watching.